Do you know how hard it is to win in this league in the playoffs? Do you understand what you're doing right now? What we're capable of? That's 2. All right, that's 2.
Intercepted by the Lions! Intercepted by the Lions! The Lions are going to San Francisco!
You guys, holy crap. I'm just literally speechless and in awe right now. The past 2 weeks for the Detroit Lions have been absolutely freaking unbelievable. For those of you that didn't see my community post last week, I was at the Rams game, but this game felt entirely different. I was much more emotional when the Lions clinched their first NFC championship ticket in 30 years. I'm honestly so speechless and in awe of how this game ended, and like many dudes last week, like I was crying after this game. Just an unbelievable win against a hot Tampa Bay Buccaneers team in the divisional round, and for the first time in many of our lifetimes, we are seeing the Detroit Lions as a winning franchise with 1 win away from the Super Bowl. But what's going on, guys? It's Rampage coming at you with another Lions video. If you guys are new to the channel, please remember to leave a like and subscribe because it does help me out. More Lions fans get to see this. I know it's been a while, but we're back. I was going to make a video last week, but unfortunately I got COVID after the Rams game. But here I am now, man, and I'm so freaking excited that they're going to the Bay. Also, don't forget to comment if you were at the game. Let me know how excited you were last week against the Rams. That was the loudest environment I've ever been a part of. I want to hear everything you guys experienced, so let me know down below. You guys, it's no longer a pipe dream. The Detroit Lions have a serious, legitimate chance to win their first Super Bowl. Yes, they have to go into San Francisco first and take care of the NFC title, but when you look at who the Detroit Lions are, who they've been the past 3 years under Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, and Sheila Ford-Ham, they are a team of grit. I have never seen a football team as together as these guys. They don't care about stats. They don't care about playtime. They just care about playing for each other. And a team that plays for each other and, you know, they're playing like they're brothers, that is a dangerous freaking team to go up against, man. And a team like that can go anywhere they freaking want to, talent or not. I mean, just look at a couple of the other more talented rosters on paper, like the Philadelphia Eagles, who are already out of the playoffs. If you don't have a good culture or a good supporting cast around you, talent can only take you so far. And I'm going to bring up a point I was going to bring up last week in my attended video after the Rams game. There's a difference between a good coach and a leader of men. Sean McVay was a good coach, is a good coach. Dan Campbell is a personification of a leader of men. And you're seeing that the past 2 weeks, just how hard his players are willing to play for him, regardless of the matchup or whatever narratives the NFL want to throw their way. And in my honest opinion, I think the past 2 weeks, Dan Campbell has outcoached Sean McVay, you know, the glorious Sean McVay, and Todd Bowles. And honestly, that's what makes the guy so likable, is because he embodies the city of Detroit. Oh my gosh, you guys, and don't even get me started on Jared Goff. He has played absolutely phenomenal the past 2 weeks. My freaking quarterback since day number 1, man. The Rams literally threw him to the pack, and now he's out here leading it. I mean, you guys, I love number 16 through and through. The crap that he's dealt with over the past couple years, and to have resurrected his career in Detroit of all places is just really impressive stuff. And you can tell he's embraced the city fully, and I feel like we as a fan base have finally embraced him. He played an absolute flawless game last week against the Rams, throwing for 277 yards, 1 TD with an 81.5 completion percentage. And while it was a bit rough to start in the Bucs game, he would end up throwing for 287 yards, 2 touchdowns with a completion percentage of 69.8. And what gets me so fired up about Goff right now is he is playing some of his best football in his career in the playoffs, man. Like, some of the throws he was making last week and even this week against the Bucs, he just looks so competent and confident. Like seriously, I feel like we've never seen this version of Goff before, and it's hitting at the perfect time that this franchise is finally doing something historic. And what's even crazier about this right now, he's only 1 out of 10 quarterbacks that have taken another team to the playoffs and is currently the 3rd QB in Lions franchise history to win multiple playoff games, joining Tobin Rote and Bobby Lane. And him, along with this #1 offensive line and the receiving core, the running game, I mean, dude, it's not going to be a lock for San Francisco like many people think. I would be legitimately scared if I was in the Bay. Because you guys, since the playoffs started, yes, against the Rams and the Bucks, the Lions have not trailed one freaking time in the postseason. Not once. And honestly, that has a lot to do with how the Lions rookies are playing right now. Jahmyr Gibbs as the Lions leading rusher, Sam Laporta as the leading receiver, and Brian Branch as the team's leader in tackles. Yeah, and all the Kool-Aid is flowing, man, right now. And over the last 23 games, the Detroit Lions are 17-6. And the Detroit Lions defense, outside of their corners, have been playing out of their freaking minds. Last week, the run defense and the red zone especially was on point, holding the Rams to just 6 points the second half. Aiden Hutchinson on the defensive line has become an absolute monster. He has 9 sacks over his last 3-4 games. Unfortunately, he's the only member on the defensive line to actually get pressure, but that's why the Lions are starting to bring, corner and safety blitzes, which is actually working. I mean, Ife Melifonwu had an absolute blow-up call on Baker. It was so fantastic, dude. And then ever since CJ Gardner-Johnson, has become healthy and started playing more and more and more, they've been running a lot of 3 rotation sets of safeties. You guys, and Brian Branch, for a rookie, he's playing out of his mind too. He has 11 solo tackles, 5 assists, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 pass deflected. I mean, this guy's all over the place. The linebacker room is hitting their stride too right now. Alex Anzalone is chopping people down every single game. Derek Barnes comes up with a game-sealing interception yesterday against the Bucks. And while the passing defense and missed tackles have been suspect lately, this defense has been hitting their strides the last little bit of the season. And overall, how the defense is playing and how the offense is playing, especially in coherence right now, is getting me so excited because Detroit's hunger and passion and eagerness to finally win for Motown is in full effect right now. I think especially now that they have won 2 playoff games, they go into this game as an underdog. The Detroit Lions seemingly seem to feast when they are the underdog in most matchups. And the Lions are not getting the 49ers of old with that all-pro defensive line like they once had. They really only have Nick Bosa, Chase Young doing things here and there, but not really. This Detroit Lions team, seriously, could go into Santa Clara and go to the Super Bowl. And given how Deebo Samuel might not even play, and the fact that the 49ers really didn't look that good against the Green Bay Packers, gives me that much more hope. The Lions are a better football team than the Packers too. It's going to be an interesting game and one that I'm excited for. I think the Lions can squeak it out and go to their first Super Bowl in franchise history down in Las Vegas. But let me know what you guys think down below. I'm just some knucklehead talking about this. It would be so cool for a Chiefs-Lions matchup again to end the season where they all started. Again, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.